Welcome to another exciting episode of Doug's Electronic Repair Bench.
Hi, morning YouTube. I'm back once again. This time I have the finished, finalized, whatever you want to call it, ta-da! As Buzz calls it, the reveal. Looks nice. Looks real nice. And there's the new cord behind it there. The more important probably thing is it works. One problem I'm having here, it's not really a problem, but that's the correct knobs here, 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 here. That's a different one. Oops, sorry. This one's a different one. It's just loosely on there. It's not even correct. So, and this one here is just sitting on there. As you can see, it's still broke. Here's the inner piece for it right there. I still have to figure out how in the world to fix that. I've got plenty of epoxy, but these have, as you can see, the holes in that little insert there. And if I put epoxy in it, it's just going to squeeze right through those holes and clog up the shaft where the shaft won't go in there. So what I've got to try to figure out is how to either clog up those holes temporarily while I put the epoxy. I keep getting this out of frame. Epoxy off out of it and into it. And, you know, that's what I'm trying to do. But this is, like I said, this is what I have to fix yet. The rest of it is, again, I am missing that knob there on top. But this one will work good enough, just so I can have a full complement of knobs on there. It's not a big deal. Put all the switch covers, whatever you want to call them, back on. I got this piece on. This little adjustment here was you can see watch the needle. That's how that adjusts. So that's back on right. Everything else seems to be pretty much as it should be. I mean, let's look at the back side. I did clean it, but you know, it probably needs painting more than cleaning. So here's the back side. I did have a little problem with this strain relief. It's a lot bigger than the other one, and there was a cutout there for it in this cover, but it wouldn't go over this nut here. So I just took the nut off, and it would go over the other part. So that's what I did. So it's all back on top. It's all back together, and ready to be hooked up and reused. And that's the gonna be the fun part for me, I hope. But I do believe it's gonna be okay. I haven't done any real testing on the leakage. I know some of the guys on the Antique Radio Forum was worried that single shield on that cable I put in for this connector here would not be sufficient to keep the RF in, but I think it is. The time you have the case itself, and like somebody else pointed out, well, you know, what about hooking up a cable from here to the frequency counter? That's just a single shield. That's not a double shield. So, you know, anywho, I think it'll be all right. But main thing is everything's clean, everything's ready to go, and it should be really, really nice. I'm really looking forward to using it. So, all right, on to other things. I did yesterday get in the parts for the drill. There's the caps that go into the end to hold the brushes on. And here are the brushes. Now, this is very, very long brushes and springs. I don't know. I'm thinking about cutting those brushes in half, and that's probably still going to be too long, but I don't know if I can squeeze all that into that little space or not, but I guess I'll try. If nothing else, I guess I can cut the springs down too. But I hate to do that. It's, you know, they give a lot. I mean, they're flexible springs. They're not meant to put a lot of pressure on the brushes. I'm sure they're just meant to hold them on to the commutator. So, but those did come in yesterday, as well. So I spent the entire day yesterday working here in the shop. I said the entire day. It was probably a couple, 3 hours. But my brother-in-law and sister came up from Lexington, Kentucky, and brought a TV, a flat screen TV, that they had gotten a repair kit for online. And basically it was several of the diodes, MICs, a couple of resistors. So in addition to that, they also brought up one from my brother. But they just brought the power supply board up to his, and he had us furnished a repair kit for it too. So what I did, let me just turn around. Let me see what But anyway, what I did was I worked on that all day, and that was a complete pain in the butt. I'm just saying that for his benefit, but no, I enjoy doing that stuff. And like I said, I went to work on my sister's name Melody and my brother-in-law's Jim. Jim and Melody's TV first, because it was going to be the bigger of the two jobs. So we got the power supply out of that, and I brought it over here to the bench, and we started comparing parts and the old and the new. And I was doing measurements on the parts that I could measure. You know, there was a few parts in there that I'd never even seen before. But anyway, what I did was everything that we checked, from the fuse on down to the transistors, resistors, everything, checked fine. And I told him that there's no sense in taking out good parts and just putting in new parts for the heck of it. So we ended up not doing anything with it, because there's probably another problem with that besides what that repair kit fixes. So then I moved on to my brother's board, and sure enough, I started finding parts left and right. The resistors, the powered resistors, were both open. The transistor was shorted. There was a couple, 3 other things I think I found that was wrong with it. But I ended up replacing all the parts that it came in the kit with the new parts. So well, I should say I didn't. There was like 1 or 2 resistors that there was no sense in replacing, because they were fine. But everything else that that needed replacing, I replaced. And so that should hopefully fix that. I hope for him. If you're watching, Ricky, I hope it worked for you. Or, well, you probably haven't got it yet, because I don't think they're going home till Thursday. So, but you do let me know if it works. I'm just curious to see, if it's going to be all right. So I've never seen one of those kits before, and usually the thing that I've been told that goes out on LCD or LED TVs is the capacitors on the power supply go bad. And I did look at those over on both of the Jim's and your TV, that none of them looked bloated or anything like that, so I don't know. But anywho, that's about all I have for this time around, I do believe. It was a fun visit. Yesterday we ended up going to Steak and Shake to eat, and my granddaughter Lexi was here. I had to go pick her up. Kylie didn't get to come over until later, so I do have them here till Wednesday. So I had to get up well, I woke up at 5 this morning, but I ended up getting them up at 7 to take them to school. So I have to go back and pick them up at 3 now. So anyway, I'm gonna get off here. I don't make this so long it's gonna be boring. It's already boring, but you know what I'm saying. You guys have a great day, and I hope to too, and I'll talk at you later. Thanks for watching.